Social media has become an increasingly important tool for organizing and communicating in the midst of political turmoil. So when a government makes moves to restrict its citizens' access to social media or even bans websites altogether, you would think that the rest of the world's establishment media would ask why. But not in the case of Turkey. See, the Erdogan regime in the country first shut down Twitter about a week ago for, quote, spreading false information only days before a significant election was set to take place. Then, just yesterday, YouTube was officially banned. And of course, the fact that two of the biggest social media sites have been restricted in Turkey has blown up across the global press wire. However, the story gets much crazier than just that. See, the banning of YouTube was actually prompted by a video posted on the site that was allegedly leaked from top Turkish officials. But if you're just getting this story from the MSM, all that was discussed in the tape is a vague reference to Syria. Take a look at this. According to the BBC, the officials are, quote, discussing Syria in the tape, and Fox reported the exact same line. But if you take a look at Reuters, it turns out there's just a teensy bit more to the story, claiming officials are, quote, discussing possible military operations in Syria. The Washington Post wrote a similar story, stating officials were, quote, discussing military intervention in neighboring Syria. But the most distorted interpretation of all came courtesy of the Jerusalem Post, which writes that the tape included discussion of, quote, a possible operation to secure the tomb of Suleiman Shah. Interesting, considering how a simple read of the transcript shows the exact opposite of what J-Post alleges. And as far as the rest of the corporate press, there's a consistent glaring omission of something much more sinister at play here. See, the International Business Times acquired a transcript of the internal meeting, so let's take a look at what these officials really want to do with the tomb of Suleiman Shah, the site in Aleppo, Syria, where the grandfather of the founder of the Ottoman Empire is buried. In the discussion, head of Turkish intelligence Hakan Fidan says, quote, I'll send 4 men from Syria if that's what it takes. I'll make up a cause of war by ordering a missile attack on Turkey. We can also prepare an attack on Suleiman Shah's tomb if necessary. So basically, Turkey's intelligence chief is saying that he's going to make up a false pretext to militarily intervene in Syria by hiring 4 men to attack his own country. So who are these 4 men he's talking about? Turkish soldiers? Well, one only has to read a little further to understand exactly who Fidan has in mind. The same group that seems to be fighting all the proxy wars in the Middle East, Al-Qaeda. As the Undersecretary of the Minister of Foreign Affairs explains, we're going to portray this as Al-Qaeda. There's no distress there if it's a matter regarding Al-Qaeda. And if it comes to defending Suleiman Shah's tomb, that's a matter of protecting our land. The foreign minister goes on to explain how Prime Minister Erdogan is well aware of the plan, saying, quote, Prime Minister said that in current conjecture, this attack on Suleiman Shah's tomb must be seen as an opportunity for us. Followed up by the Deputy Chief of Staff saying it's a direct cause of war. I mean, what we're going to do is a direct cause of war. Wow. See, this bombshell leak describes something known as a false flag operation. A false flag is a covert military operation designed to appear as if it were carried out by other parties and is usually used as a pretext for military intervention with the citizens of the country unaware of their government's premeditated actions. See Gulf of Tonkin used to invade Vietnam and the Reichstag fire in Hitler's Germany as a pretext to invade Poland. Now, listen, this phrase, of course, has been hijacked and misapplied to many events. But amazingly, anyone who simply acknowledges proven false flags throughout history is labeled a conspiracy theorist, which is why the mainstream media's refusal to discuss this covert operation should come as no surprise. Because it's much easier to just state that Turkey was discussing Syria than to do their jobs and expose the true intentions of those in power and how far they're willing to go to maintain it.